The huge ship appeared without warning. One moment, Earth's skies were normal. The next, a massive shadow fell over Asia. Television shows stopped. Phone calls ended. Everyone looked up. Floating above Earth was a ship bigger than any human had ever seen. It was dark silver with blue lights that pulsed along its sides. It looked old but powerful, like an ancient warship that had seen many battles. At NASA and space centers around the world, people ran in panic. Phones rang. Computers beeped with warnings. No one knew what to do. "It's not attacking," said Jun Kim, looking at the radar screen. He was South Korea's best astronaut, and he stayed calm while others panicked. "It's just waiting." Jun had short black hair, steady hands, and eyes that missed nothing. At 35, he had been to space 3 times. Now he stood in the Korean Space Center, watching the alien ship with growing interest. "Sir, it's sending a signal," yelled a young worker. His fingers flew over the keyboard. It's asking for permission to land." The room went silent. An alien ship was asking for permission. This was not how alien invasions happened in movies. The signal came again, stronger this time. It was in perfect Korean, which shocked everyone even more. "I wish to land. I come in peace. I need your help." The world's leaders talked quickly. Some wanted to shoot the ship down. Others wanted to welcome it. In the end, they decided to let it land in a remote area of South Korea, far from cities. Jun was chosen to meet the ship. He was the best choice. Brave, smart, and calm under pressure. "Be careful," said his boss, Director Ta. "We know nothing about this visitor." Jun nodded. He wasn't afraid, just curious. As he put on his special suit designed for unknown dangers, he wondered what the ship wanted. The ship moved slowly, carefully down from the sky. It picked the empty spot the humans had marked with lights. The landing was gentle for such a massive thing. When it touched down, the ground shook only a little. Jun approached alone. The ship was even bigger up close, at least 3 kilometers long. Its surface wasn't smooth but marked with what looked like scars and repairs. This ship had traveled very far. A door opened silently in the side of the ship. Light spilled out, not bright and harsh, but soft and blue. "Hello," Jun called. His voice sounded small next to the giant ship. "Hello, Jun Kim of Earth," came a voice. It wasn't loud, but Jun heard it perfectly. It sounded neither male nor female, but calm and kind. "I am Maru." Jun's heart beat faster. "How do you know my name?" "I listened to your world's communications while approaching. I learned your languages. I chose you because your mind is open and your heart is kind." Jun took a deep breath. "What do you want from us?" The ship was silent for a moment. Then Maru spoke again. "I am dying, Jun Kim. I have traveled the stars for thousands of years. I have seen civilizations rise and fall. And now, at the end of my journey, I have chosen your people." "Chosen us for what?" Jun asked, stepping closer to the light. "To be my heirs. To learn what I know before I am gone. To carry on when I cannot." Jun stood at the edge of the doorway. Inside, he could see corridors that glowed with soft light. The ship, Maru, was waiting for his response. "I need to see inside," Jun said into his radio. "I'm going in." "Be careful," Director Ta said in his ear. Jun stepped into the ship. The door stayed open behind him. Inside, the air was clean and cool. The walls seemed to pulse with life. "Welcome aboard, Jun Kim," said Maru. "You are the first human to enter a ship of the builders. You will not be the last." And with those words, everything changed for humanity forever. Inside the ship, Jun walked slowly down a long hallway. The walls glowed with a soft blue light that moved like water. There were no sharp corners, only smooth curves. The ship felt alive. "What are you?" Jun asked, his voice quiet but clear. "I am Maru," the ship replied. "I am the last vessel of the builders." "Are you a robot?" June touched the wall carefully. It was warm. I am a living ship, Maru said. My body is metal and crystal, but my mind is like yours. I think, I feel, I remember. June stopped at a large round door that opened as he approached. Inside was a huge room with a glowing blue sphere in the center. This is my heart, Maru said. It is dying. The blue sphere flickered. June could see cracks spreading across its surface. Dark spots appeared and disappeared. How long do you have? June asked. Less than 1 Earth year, Maru replied. My power core is very old. It cannot be fixed. Outside the ship, the world's leaders argued about what to do. Some wanted to take the ship by force. Others wanted to learn from it. In Korea, Director Tai sent another person to join June. Hana Park was the best engineer in South Korea. She had short hair, quick hands, and a mind that solved problems others couldn't understand. When she entered the ship, she gasped. This technology is impossible, she said, looking at the walls, the lights, the way the ship seemed to breathe. Not impossible, Maru said, just very old and very advanced. My builders were creating ships like me when your people were still learning to make fire. Where are your builders now? Hana asked, touching a control panel that lit up under her fingers. Gone, Maru said. They died out many thousands of years ago. Their sun grew cold. They could not save themselves. But they saved you, Jun said. Yes, they sent many ships like me to explore the stars. To learn. To remember them. Are there other ships like you? Hana asked. Once there were hundreds. Now I am the last. The others stopped working or were destroyed. Space is dangerous, even for ships like me. Hana examined the blue sphere. Her eyes widened as she understood what she was seeing. This isn't just an engine, she said to June. It's a mind. The ship is thinking with this. Yes, Maru said. When it fails, I will die. Why come to Earth? June asked. Why us? The lights in the room changed color, showing images of Earth. Cities, forests, oceans, people working together, people fighting. I have watched many worlds, many species, Maru said. Most destroy themselves. They fight until nothing remains, or they use up their world's resources and die slowly. The images change to show Earth again. But humans are different, Maru continued. You fight, yes. You make mistakes. But you also create beauty. You help each other. You try to be better. June and Hana looked at each other. They felt the weight of Maru's words. I chose Earth because you are young but full of hope, Maru said. You solve problems. You work together when things are bad. You care about things beyond yourselves. The blue sphere flickered badly. The ship seemed to sigh. And I am very tired of being alone, Maru added. Hana touched the wall gently. You want to give us your knowledge before you die. Yes, Maru said. I have seen thousands of worlds. I know sciences your people have not discovered yet. Ways to heal your planet. Ways to reach the stars. And what do you want in return? June asked carefully. The ship was quiet for a moment. Then Maru spoke again, voice softer than before. To be remembered, Maru said. To know that all I have learned will not die with me, and perhaps to have friends in the time I have left. June nodded slowly. He understood loneliness. He understood wanting to leave something behind. We can do that, he said simply. And so the dying ship and the young species began to talk. News about Maru spread across Earth quickly. Leaders from all countries wanted to see the ship. Scientists wanted to study it. Military people wanted its weapons. 2 weeks after landing, Maru opened itself to more visitors. June and Hana led small groups inside. Each person who entered left with wide eyes and a changed mind. It's like a library of the stars, said Da, a young scientist who joined the team. He spent hours looking at Maru's star maps and alien biology files. In a large room near the heart of the ship, Maru created a special place for knowledge sharing. The walls could show moving pictures of anything Maru had seen in its long life. "This is how the builders looked," Maru said one day. The walls showed tall beings with 4 arms and smooth skin that changed colors. They moved gracefully, like dancers. They were artists and explorers, Maru explained. They did not like to fight. "What happened to them?" Hannah asked. "Their son began to die. They spent too much time trying to save their home world. By the time they accepted they needed to leave, it was too late." Director Ta visited often. He was a serious man with gray hair and a face that rarely smiled. At first, he only wanted to know about weapons and power sources. "Show me how your engines work," he demanded. "I will show you many things," Maru replied. "But first, learn how my builders grew food in space, how they cleaned their air and water. These things will help Earth now." Slowly, Director Ta began to understand. Maru was not a weapon to use. It was a teacher offering a chance to learn. But not everyone felt this way. Some countries sent spies pretending to be scientists. They tried to take pieces of Maru when no one was looking. "The ship belongs to Korea," some leaders said. "No, it belongs to all humans," others argued. "I belong to myself," Maru said when June told it about these arguments. "And soon, I will belong to history." One night, when only June and Hannah were in the ship, Maru showed them something new. "I can transfer my mind," the ship said, "not just my knowledge, but myself." A small room appeared that they hadn't seen before. Inside was a crystal shaped like a human brain. "My builders created this so ships like me could move to new bodies when old ones wore out," Maru explained. "But there are no more ships like me to move into." Hannah's eyes lit up. "Could you move into our computers?" "No," Maru said. "Your technology is too simple. It would be like trying to pour an ocean into a cup." June sat down, thinking hard. "What if we built something for you? Not as advanced as this ship, but better than what we have now." Maru was quiet for a long time. The lights pulsed slowly. "It might be possible," the ship finally said. "I could guide you. But your world's technology would need to advance very quickly. And you would need to work together, not against each other." "We can try," Jun said. The next day, they told Director Tai about Maru's mind transfer. His eyes widened. "If we could save Maru's mind," he said, "we could learn for years, not just months." He called world leaders. For once, many agreed on something. They would try to save Maru. But not everyone wanted this. Some people feared the alien ship. Others wanted its technology for themselves. 1 week later, as scientists from many countries gathered at the ship, a guard saw something strange. A small group of people carried weapons toward Maru in the night. "We need to stop them," he said into his radio. "They're going to..." The night sky flashed with light. The armed people who tried to attack Maru stopped suddenly. They could not move. A soft blue light held them in place. "Maru is defending itself," Hannah said, watching from a window. Korean soldiers came quickly and took the attackers away. Later, they learned these people worked for a country that wanted Maru's weapons. "I do not have weapons as you understand them," Maru told Director Tai the next day. "My builders made me to protect, not to destroy." "But you stopped those attackers easily," Director Ta said. "Yes. I can defend myself. I could have destroyed your entire military the day I arrived, if I had wanted to harm you." This news spread around the world. Leaders realized that Maru had come in peace when it could have come as a conqueror. 3 days later, a new group formed. They called themselves the Maru Coalition. Countries sent their best scientists, engineers, and thinkers to work together. They built a camp around the ship with labs and meeting rooms. Jun became the leader of the human team. Hannah led the engineers. They added Min. The work on Noah's Ark began. People from many countries came to help build the new home for Maru. They set up a large area near the ship with machines and tools. Hannah led the team that designed the new vessel. It would not be as big as Maru, but it would be big enough to hold Maru's mind and some of its most important systems. We are combining your technology with ours, she told Maru, showing it the designs. Is this right? Yes, Maru said. You learn quickly, Hana Park. Your mind works like my builders' minds did. Hana smiled at this. She had been working so hard that she barely slept. But hearing Maru say this made her happy. June noticed how well Hana worked with Maru. He found himself watching her more and more. When she smiled, his heart beat faster. When she was tired, he brought her food and made her rest. You should sleep too, she told him one night when he brought her tea. You look tired. I'm fine, he said, but his eyes were red from too little sleep. Sit with me, she said, just for a few minutes. They sat together outside, looking up at the stars. It was a clear night, and the sky was full of light. Maru has been to some of those stars, June said. It has seen things we can only dream about. And now it's sharing those dreams with us, Hana replied. She moved closer to him. Their hands touched. Inside Maru, Dai and Min worked to understand how the ship's mind could be moved to the new vessel. It's like moving a person's thoughts from one brain to another, Dai said. It should be impossible. But Maru says it can be done, Min replied. Look at these designs. The ship showed them how its mind was stored, not in one place, but throughout its body. Like a human brain, but spread across the entire ship. As they worked, Maru told them stories about other worlds it had seen. Some were beautiful, with strange plants and animals. Others were sad, where whole civilizations had died. Many species destroy themselves, Maru told them. They make weapons too powerful to use safely, or they use up all their world's resources. Will we do that too? Min asked. I do not know, Maru said, but I hope not. You have something many other species lack. What's that? Dai asked. You care about things beyond yourselves. You feel sad for others who suffer, even if they are different from you. My builders had this quality. It is rare. The work continued for weeks. The new vessel grew larger each day. It looked simple compared to Maru, but it was the most advanced thing humans had ever built. One night, when most people were sleeping, a small group entered the work area. They wore dark clothes and moved quietly. Get what we came for and go, their leader whispered. The plans for the faster-than-light engine. They did not know that Maru was always watching. The ship saw them enter. It could have stopped them easily, but instead, it called to Dai, who was working late. There are intruders in Section 7, Maru said. They are taking engine designs. Dai ran to stop them. He found the group downloading files from a computer. Stop, he shouted. You can't take those. The leader turned. He had a weapon. Before Dai could move, the man fired. Dai fell to the ground, hurt badly. The alarm sounded. Guards came running. The intruders tried to escape, but Maru held them with the same blue light it had used before. June and Hana rushed to help Dai. He was bleeding, but still alive. The designs, he whispered. Did they take them? No, Hana said. Maru stopped them. You're going to be okay. As medics took Dai away, June looked at Hana. Her face was pale with worry. This won't be the last attack, he said. Some people will do anything for Maru's knowledge. Then we need to work faster, Hana replied. Maru chose to trust us. We can't let it down. That night, something changed between them. In the face of danger, they realized how much they cared for each other, and how much they both cared for Maru. 3 months passed. Noah's Ark was half-built. The new vessel looked like a smaller, simpler version of Maru, but with human touches. Inside, it held the best technology from Earth, improved by Maru's knowledge. Dai recovered from his wounds and returned to work. The thieves who shot him were from a country that wanted Maru's technology for themselves. After the attack, more guards protected the project. One morning, Maru called all the leaders to its main room. The ship's blue lights pulsed slowly, weaker than before. "I have been watching your sun," Maru said. "Something is happening." The walls showed images of the sun. Huge flames shot out from its surface. "A solar flare," Min said, "but bigger than any we've seen before." "Yes," Maru replied. "It will hit Earth in 20 hours. Your satellites will fail. Your power grids will stop working. Many people will be hurt." Director Tad looked shocked. "Can we protect ourselves?" "Not completely," Maru said. "Your technology is not advanced enough." "What can we do?" June asked. Maru was quiet for a moment. Then it spoke again. "I can help. I can position myself between Earth and the solar flare. My shields can absorb much of the energy." Hannah stepped forward. "But that would damage you even more. Your systems are already failing." "Yes," Maru agreed. "It will speed up my death. But it will save many of your people from suffering." The room was silent. Everyone understood what Maru was offering. "We can't ask you to do that," Jun said. "We haven't finished Noah's Ark yet. If you are damaged too badly, we might not be able to save your mind." "You did not ask," Maru replied. "I am offering. This is my choice." Director Ta looked at June and Hannah. "How much longer do you need to finish the new vessel?" "At least 2 more months," Hannah said. "We can't rush it more than we already have." Director Ta nodded slowly. "Then we have no choice. We must accept Maru's help and hope we can still save it afterward." The news went out to the world. People were told to stay inside, away from windows, to turn off electronics, to prepare for power outages. Maru began to move for the first time since landing. The great ship rose slowly into the sky, its engines glowing blue. People watched from below as it climbed higher and higher. In the control center, June, Hannah, Min, and Da watched on screens as Maru positioned itself in space, directly between Earth and the coming solar storm. "Maru, are you sure about this?" June asked through the radio. "Yes, Jum Kim," the ship replied. "My builders made me to protect life. That is what I am doing." Hours passed. Then the solar flare hit. From Earth, people saw the sky light up with strange colors. Maru's shields glowed as they absorbed the deadly energy. The ship held its position, even as parts of it began to break down. For 6 hours, Maru stood guard. When the storm finally passed, Earth had suffered some damage, but nothing like what had been predicted. Many lives had been saved. But Maru was badly hurt. When the ship returned to Earth, it moved slowly, parts of it dark and silent. It landed gently in the same spot as before. June and Hannah rushed inside. Many areas were damaged. The blue sphere at the heart of the ship flickered weakly. "Maru," Hannah called. "Are you still there?" "Yes," came the reply, much softer than before. "But my systems are failing faster now. The solar radiation damaged many critical parts." "How long do you have?" June asked, afraid of the answer. "Days, not months," Maru said. "We must hurry if my mind is to survive." June looked at Hannah, his face full of worry. "We'll work faster," he promised. "Day and night. We won't let you die." Maru's lights pulsed gently. "I know you will try, Jum Kim. That is why I chose your people. You never give up hope." Around the world, people had seen what Maru did. The ship that could have conquered them had instead sacrificed itself to save them. Now, no one questioned the project to save Maru. Every country offered help. The race against time had begun. The world changed after Maru saved Earth from the solar flare. Countries that had fought for years now worked together. Everyone wanted to help save the ship that had sacrificed itself for them. Teams worked day and night to finish Noah's Ark. People brought food to the workers and cheered them on. News shows talked about nothing else. Children drew pictures of Maru and sent them to the site. Inside the dying ship, Jum, Hannah, Min, and Dai prepared for the mind transfer. Maru guided them, its voice getting weaker each day. The transfer must happen in steps, Maru explained. My memories first, then my knowledge, then my core self. Director Todd brought more scientists and resources. For once, he looked worried instead of serious. Whatever you need, you have it, he told June. The world is watching. We cannot fail. 5 days after the solar flare, Noah's Ark was ready. It wasn't beautiful like Maru, but it was strong. The inside held special crystals that could store Maru's mind, made with the ship's guidance. We're ready to begin, Hannah told Maru. Are you ready? Yes, Maru replied. But there is something I must tell you first. The ship's lights dimmed, then brightened again, as if Maru was gathering strength. I have not shared all my knowledge with you yet, Maru said. I was waiting until I knew I could trust your people completely. What knowledge? June asked. The secret of faster-than-light travel. The way to reach distant stars quickly. My builders called it the bridge between stars. Everyone in the room gasped. This was the greatest treasure Maru could give them. After seeing how you responded to the solar flare, how you came together instead of fighting, I know now that you are ready for this gift. Maru continued. The plans are stored in a special memory crystal in my deepest section. Min looked at the ship diagrams. That section has heavy damage from the solar flare. The systems there are failing. We need to get the crystal before we start the transfer, Daz said, or that knowledge will be lost forever. June looked at Hannah. We'll go. The rest of you, prepare for the transfer. Director Ta stopped them. It could be dangerous. Parts of the ship are unstable now. We have to try, Jun said. Maru risked everything for us. We will do the same for Maru. Maru guided them to a small door they had never seen before. Beyond it was a narrow passage leading deep into the ship. The crystal is at the end of this path, Maru said. Hurry. That section will fail soon. June and Hannah made their way down the passage. Around them, the ship groaned and creaked. Parts of the ceiling had fallen. Lights flickered on and off. The damage is worse than we thought, Hannah said, climbing over a broken piece of wall. They reached a round door that opened slowly. Inside was a small room with a pedestal in the center. On it sat a crystal that glowed with soft purple light. That's it, Jun said. The faster-than-light drive plans. As Hannah reached for the crystal, the ship shook violently. Part of the ceiling crashed down, blocking the way they had come in. We're trapped, Hannah cried. June touched the wall. Maru, can you hear us? We're cut off from the exit. I hear you, Maru replied, the voice very faint here. There is another way out, but you must hurry. My systems in that section are failing rapidly. A new door appeared in the wall. It hadn't been visible before. Take the crystal and go now, Maru urged. Follow the blue lights. Hannah grabbed the crystal, and they ran through the new door. Blue lights appeared along the floor, showing them the path. Behind them, they heard crashing sounds as more of the ship collapsed. The blue lights led them through parts of the ship they had never seen before. Strange rooms with alien machines, halls with pictures of distant worlds on the walls. Maru is showing us its memories, Hannah realized as they ran. Places it has been. Finally, they'd reached the main room where the others waited anxiously. We made it, Jun said, holding up the crystal. We have the faster-than-light plans. And just in time, Min said. Maru's core systems are failing. We need to start the transfer now. They connected the new vessel to Maru. Lights began to flow between the two ships like water. It's working, Daz said, watching the monitors. Maru's mind is beginning to transfer. But on the screens, red warnings flashed. Something was wrong. The transfer is too slow, Min said, and Maru's memory systems are breaking down faster than we expected. We're going to lose parts of Maru, Hannah said, her voice breaking. We can't save it all. June looked at the dying ship that had given them so much. They couldn't fail now. Not after everything Maru had done for them. There must be a way, he said. We can't let Maru die. Alarms rang throughout Maru as its systems continued to fail. The transfer of its mind was only half done, and time was running out. "We need to speed up the process," Min said, typing quickly on her computer. "But the new vessel can't handle a faster transfer." Day looked at the purple crystal that held the faster-than-light plans. "What if we use this?" Maru said, "This crystal is special." Hannah took the crystal and studied it. "It's different from the others. The pattern inside looks like brain cells. It's not just a data storage," Joan realized. "It's part of Maru's mind structure." They connected the purple crystal to the transfer system. Immediately, the speed doubled. The lights flowing between the ships grew brighter. "It's working," Min shouted. "The transfer is moving faster now." But as more of Maru's mind moved to the new vessel, parts of the old ship began to shut down. Rooms went dark. Doors stopped working. The beautiful blue glow faded. "Maru," Jun called. "Are you still with us?" "I am." In both places now came a voice, part from Maru and part from the new vessel. "It is strange, like being torn in two." Outside, people gathered to watch. They stood silently as the great ship that had saved them grew darker. Many held candles, some prayed, all hoped. Inside, the team worked frantically. Director Ta stayed with them, bringing coffee and food, his face showing real fear for the first time. "We're losing some of the older memories," Day reported, watching the screens. "They're too fragmented to save. Focus on the core self and the most important knowledge," Hannah said. "We can't save everything, but we can save what matters most." As dawn broke over the horizon, the transfer reached its final stage. The last of Maru's core self began to move to the new vessel. "Almost there," Min said. "Just a few more minutes." Suddenly, all of Maru's remaining lights went out. The ship became completely dark and silent. "No," Jun shouted. "We were so close." The team stood in the darkness, hearts heavy. After all their work, had they failed? Then, slowly, lights began to come on in the new vessel. Not blue like Maru's original lights, but a soft purple, like the crystal. "Hello," Hannah called out. "Maru, are you there?" The new ship hummed to life. A voice came from its speakers, familiar, but somehow younger, with a slightly different tone. "I am here," said the voice. "I am Maru, but I am also something new." They rushed into the new vessel. Inside, the walls glowed with the same purple light. The control room was smaller than in the original ship, but the screens worked the same way. "How do you feel?" Jun asked. "Different," Maru replied. "Smaller. Some of my oldest memories are gone, but my core self remains, and my connection to you remains." Hannah touched the wall gently. "We couldn't save everything. I'm sorry." "Do not be sorry," Maru said. "I am alive because of you. My builders would be proud of what you have done." News that Maru had survived spread quickly. People cheered around the world. The old ship sat dark and silent next to its new, smaller body, a shell that had housed a remarkable mind. 2 weeks later, Director Ta called a meeting with all the world leaders. Jun, Hannah, Min, and Dai stood with him as he spoke. "Maru has given us a gift beyond price," he said. "The knowledge of faster-than-light travel." He showed them the plans from the purple crystal. Scientists had already begun to understand them. "With this, we can explore our solar system, and one day reach the stars." "What about the old ship?" someone asked. "We will convert it into a space station," Director Ta said. "A place to study and learn. A monument to the friend who chose us." As the meeting ended, Jun found Hannah outside, looking up at the stars. "It's hard to believe," he said. "Everything that's happened." Hannah nodded. "Maru crossed the galaxy to find us. And now we'll be able to cross the galaxy too." Jun took her hand in his. "I've been thinking about us, about the future." Hannah looked at him, her eyes bright in the starlight. "I don't want to wait anymore," Jun said. Life is too short, even for starships. Hannah Park, will you marry me? Hannah smiled, tears in her eyes. Yes, she said simply. I will. Inside the new vessel, Maru watched them. Though the ship had lost some memories, it had gained something too. A family. And for the first time in thousands of years, Maru was not alone. 5 years passed quickly. The world changed more in those 5 years than in the 50 before. With Maru's guidance, humans built their first real space station around the moon. Then they built a base on Mars. Ships that once took months to reach other planets now made the journey in days, using the new engines based on Maru's knowledge. The old ship's empty shell became Maru Station, the biggest research center ever built. There, scientists from all countries worked together to learn from the alien technology. June and Hannah got married under the stars, with Maru's new vessel glowing purple beside them. Director Ta smiled for the first time. Anyone could remember as he watched them say their vows. Now, 5 years later, June stood on the bridge of the new ship. It was the largest vessel humans had ever built, designed for deep space travel. Its name was painted proudly on the side. Explorer. Are we ready? He asked, looking around at his crew. Hannah nodded from her seat at the engineering station. Her fingers moved quickly over the controls. Engines are ready, she said. All systems normal. Min sat at the computer station, checking the navigation. Course is set for the Proxima Centauri system. Travel time: 6 days. Dad looked up from his science station. Life support is working perfectly. We're ready, Captain. June smiled at the title. He still wasn't used to being called Captain, even after all the training. Maru, he called. Are you with us? A purple light glowed on the main screen. I am here, Jun Kim. Part of Maru's mind had been copied into the Explorer's systems. The ship couldn't contain all of Maru, but enough to guide them on this historic journey. This will be the first human ship to leave the solar system, Jun said. Are you excited? Yes, Maru replied. I have not explored new stars in a very long time. And never with friends. Director Tay's voice came through the radio. He was older now, his hair completely gray, but still strong. Explorer, you are clear for departure. The eyes of Earth are upon you. Good luck. Thank you, Director, Jun replied. We'll make you proud. You already have, Ta said softly. The Explorer rose smoothly from its dock. As it cleared Earth's atmosphere, the stars came out, bright and clear. Activate the bridge between stars, Jun ordered. Hannah's hands moved over the controls. The ship hummed with power. In front of them, space seemed to fold, creating a tunnel of light. We're ready, Hannah said. She reached over and squeezed Jun's hand quickly. Take us forward, Jun said. Nice and easy. The Explorer moved into the light tunnel. The stars stretched around them. And then they were traveling faster than light, heading to another star for the first time in human history. As they traveled, Maru shared something new with them. A map of the galaxy, showing the locations of other living civilizations. There are others out there, Dai asked, amazed. Friendly ones. Yes, Maru said. My builders were not the only ones who created thinking ships. There are others like me, serving other species. I have sent messages ahead to tell them about you. What did you tell them? Min asked. That humans are young, but wise in important ways. That you chose to save me rather than use me. That you work together best when facing great challenges. June looked at the map with its many colored dots showing alien worlds. Will they welcome us? Most will, Maru said. Some may fear you at first, but they will learn, as I did, that humans are special. You care, you hope, you dream. These are rare gifts in the universe. On the 6th day, they'd reached the Proxima Centauri system. They were the first humans to see its planets up close. The crew stood silent, watching the new worlds come into view. My builders had a saying, Maru told them quietly. The universe gives many gifts, But the greatest is finding someone to share them with. Hannah took June's hand. We wouldn't be here without you, Maru. And I would not be here without you, Maru replied. My builders would be proud of their grandchildren. June looked puzzled. Grandchildren? Yes, Maru said. My builders created me. I chose you. That makes you their children, in a way that matters more than blood. You are the inheritors of their legacy, and now mine. As the explorer orbited the new world, June understood. The dying starship hadn't just given them technology. It had given humanity a family among the stars. And for the first time, Earth wasn't alone in the vast universe.